right, we're going to run it back with another episode of the Deliberate Dropout. This next topic, networking as a college dropout. I think so many young adults, I think their parents, I think society, I think we all got this program belief, which is actually a little bit wrong, that college it offers some type of advantage of networking that can only be had in college, and you can't get that benefit anywhere else. And if you don't go to college, you miss out on that. You are somehow deficient. And I think there could not be anything further from the truth. Ljupco, open us up here. You were a college dropout. You did go out and hustle your way to success. You made a lot of those connections. How did you have success going out and building that reputation, building a Rolodex of interesting people, mentors, all of that, even though you weren't still in college?
Yeah, for sure. The best way I look at it, like now that I'm looking back 5, 6, 7 years now, like you gotta have solid relationships, like with different types of people. The strongest relationships, and that I was never, like, I'm gonna give an example. Like, I was never in the military, so I can't speak behind this. But everyone says the greatest relationships are like people they went to the army with. Why? Because they were in life or death situations, fighting for a cause greater than themselves. Let's look at it from a micro. Now that's like huge. All right, let's take it down a notch now. In the micro, if you could start building your network around causes, goals you have, and you could like formulate your network around a similar goal, whether it's you're working for a mentor, you guys have a similar goal. I want to learn this. He wants to expand the company. Boom, a bond is formed. Whether you want to go to the gym and you want to get to 180 6-pack, and you get a tribe of your friends going to the gym every day, tearing muscle, that's going to be the best relationships. Gains. That's going to be the best relationships you're going to have in your life, honestly, because you guys are in the trenches together. There's nothing better than that. Even when I look back at some of my like mentors and building, at startup companies or even at the gym, people that when I was on certain journeys, like, that's the best relationships I've ever had in my short 24 years here. But
but it's different level of respect too, because it's a respect that's founded on I want to be here versus I have to be here.
Yep. Amen. Yep.
I want to talk a little bit. I got some other ideas about networking, but as you were talking, I started thinking about this too. And I want to attack the fallacy of you got to go to college to build your network just a little bit more, because what I think about it is, one, that's mostly false, at least for the first handful of years when you're coming out of school, because it is a very horizontal network. Most of the relationships you are building in college, if you're the traditional student, now I'm not talking about the exceptions who do it right, that start, people go get internships and they're like hustling outside of college, like chill out. Like, this is the average student experience where you are hanging out with your peers. That's who you're interacting with. That's who you're interfacing with. You got your peers who are in the same life stage as you. When you graduate from college or you drop out, and that's the extent of your network, none of them can help you very much. They're not going to be like, let me hire you at my company. Like, they're all trying to do the same things as you. And yes, those bonds can be very strong and lifelong friendships. I'm not attacking that. Like, you guys struggled through college together. And by struggled, I mean, like, you probably, fought through a few too many hangovers and like pulled a few all-nighters, like struggled. I get it. I know the struggle is real. But the other thing about this is, outside of that, like, you do not get to choose who you're in class with. You do not get to choose who's on campus with you. Now, you can go pursue certain interest groups, certain study groups, certain student organizations. You can kind of go like lean into the things you're interested in. But in large part, you are limited to that campus, and you are limited to people who are in that same life stage as you. And so the perspective is kind of limited. And I think this is why you see a lot of the like ridiculous things that happen on campus that do today, is like everybody's kind of got this very limited worldview. Like, we're all, we don't have a ton of ideas coming from people who have more maturity or life experiences from years that you do find in the workplace, or you find after you get out of college. And so that's why I think there are advantages to recognizing, whether you drop out or not, recognizing the value of building your vertical network as well, where you are going and leaning into things you're interested in, but finding people who are already farther along than you, who have done something meaningful, have had some level of success in the dimension that you are interested in moving toward, and learning from them, being of value to them, because that vertical network, when you get out of college or you drop out or whatever, you can pick up the phone and call the guy who's already got a successful business or who's already a VP or whatever, and he has a favorable impression of you. Like, that's somebody who can do something for you. And again, like, this is me being a little bit selfish and saying, like, you know, don't pursue those relationships just because they're transactional. Go be valuable to these people. Build real relationships with them. Don't just, like, you know, cozy up to them because of what they can do for you. But that person, you know, if you're valuable to somebody who's farther along in their career, chances are they want to move mountains for you, as opposed to the, like, you know, the person you were out partying with on Friday night's not going to be able to help you go land your first professional opportunity.
Absolutely not, man. Absolutely not. And that's well said. When you look at it, like, I look at it, whenever I had a new job, what's the first thing they told me? Go shadow this person, go shadow that person, go shadow. Like, subconsciously, we're, like, wired that way. Like, go follow someone that is ahead of you.
Yep.
Like, in the most simplest way, that's what our subconscious is telling us. If you could take that to your approach now to build your network, if you want that nice body, you're going to ask someone that's already achieved that already knows what it takes. If you want a certain position, if you want to learn a certain skill, it only makes sense to build your vertical network. But the maturity level required to have that mindset is very tough, though, man, because
it is.
the people in your immediate age group, like you
they'll
want
cut you slack though.
The
people your age too, though, like, there's so many other reasons why they are not the best people you can network. Again, like, build your horizontal network too. You know, those relationships are important. Those people are going to be there with you at every season in your life, and having that group is critical as well.
Absolutely.
But discounting or denying that those people that can pull you along, that's naive. And again, I think it does require a great deal of maturity, but there are negative ramifications of just having one of those networks. One, if you're only focused on the vertical network, you're missing out on the support group of peers who can relate to the same things you're going to in the same season of their life. You focus only on the horizontal network, like, nobody, you know, if they're really good friends, they'll hold you accountable. But, like, people in college, when you're all just kind of, like, marking time, like, it's very hard to find the kind of people who are going to be holding you accountable to become an even better person. And especially if that better person involves, like, outshining them, you know, that what they're doing. So that there are pros and cons, but, like, I think mostly cons to only focusing on one of those networks.
Yeah. If you get a nice little in between, like, that's perfect. I know for me, the last 5-6 years, I might have even overdone. I was only focused on my vertical network, to be honest. Like, I might have even overdone it on my side. And I could definitely understand, like, sometimes you miss that support, that emotional bond. But if you could get a nice mix of both, that's probably your best bet. And you definitely can't discount like, that's the people that are going to help you out ultimately. And the point of having a vertical network, whoever is in your horizontal, you want to lift them up with you. Like,
absolutely,
you want to bring your tribe to the top. You know, obviously, if they're willing make the similar sacrifices,
they got to hustle too.
They got to hustle too. Yeah, this isn't like a free. You know, we're not handing out freebies, but I agree. But you need the best of both worlds.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you for listening. As always, it's been another awesome discussion on the Deliberate Dropout. If you're on YouTube, drop us a comment below what you think about building a horizontal or vertical network. If you're listening on any of your favorite podcast platforms, leave us a 5-star review. Let us know any other topics you'd like us to discuss, and we will be back again soon with another episode of the Deliberate Dropout. You heard it here first.